The Dice Odyssey! Hey there folks, welcome to the Dice Odyssey. I'm Kaz. Today, I'm going to be kind of getting a little down, a little closer to the camera, a little more personal, as I talk about my love-hate relationship with Settlers of Catan, or as it's more referred to these days in the hip circles, Catan. There are some days that I absolutely love this game. I dream of you night by night. And then days where I absolutely hate it. Blood rage! In this video, I'm gonna go through all the different reasons I can think of and personally witnessed to tell you why I love the game, which there are some, and why I absolutely hate this game at the same time. It's a quandary. I don't know how, it's almost like, destroying the space-time continuum. I don't know how I can do both at the same time, but somehow I can. Here we go. To the list. Number one. This game is one of the main games that actually got me back into hobby gaming. There you go. That's one of the reasons I love it. Because without this game, I may not have begun to get all of these games that you see behind you and, everywhere else you can't see. The fact is, Catan has been a huge influence in my life, and I know in many countless other millions of people's lives. As a matter of fact, it may be, I've heard it said that it is the ultimate gateway game of this new generation of gamers. So there you go. That's one reason I love it. Let's get to a reason I hate it. Those die rolls are absolutely unforgiving in some games. I can go some games and get all the die rolls I want, but it seems like more often than not, a lot of the times, it doesn't matter if I've got the best places with those 6 and 8 numbers, those die rolls hate me. They just want me to die. They want me to just fall off a cliff somewhere and sit there for an hour and a half on my butt and not get anything. I swear, sometimes I feel like those dice have it in for me. Almost like they're laughing at me. I could have swore just the other day when we played, I heard them actually scheming to take me out of the game early.
Don't let him win. Don't let him win. Don't let him win. Don't let him win. Don't let him win.
2? Are you kidding? The 10th time in a row? Blood rage! You think that's funny? I don't hear you laughing now. They definitely have it in for me. So watch them carefully if you play. They could be coming for you. Woo-sa. I'm calm now. I'm better. Yes, you're right. It did get a little exorcist there. Sorry about that. I am serious, though. I really do hate the dice. They make me want to turn into a giant, hulking rage monster. I am wearing green. Another thing that I love about the Settlers of Catan is the fact that it's well designed. It had to be well designed to get my interest. Now, that can mean several different things. I'm talking about anything from the trading of cards, except for having way too many sheep that you don't need. That happens a little too often for my taste. But from the trading of cards to the actual mechanics of the rolling of the dice and gaining resources and managing those resources. Again, only if the dice work for you, right? But yeah, it's a well-designed game. And it's so well-designed that it actually helped me to get game groups started for the very first time. I had never been interested in doing that before until Settlers of Catan came into my life. We played it so much, and we played the snot out of this game. We played it so much and we got so burnt out on it as a group, left it aside, started playing all this other stuff, and then sometime later came back to it with a renewed, fervor. It is that type of game. It is something that has the power to bring people together and then bring them back later on, even after you've been burnt out on it for a while. Not too many games I know have that kind of power, but Settlers of Catan definitely possesses it. So yeah, well-designed game. That's another reason I love the game. Back to another reason I hate it. This game can ruin friendships, okay? I have seen it happen firsthand. I've seen it happen. I've played games like Resistance before, right? Where tensions are high and you lied to me. You told me you were my friend and you turned your back on me. You know, I've seen those kind of games where people are just at each other's throats and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you were the spy. And, you know, but I have never seen the kind of vitriol, the kind of anger that comes out of someone playing Catan against someone else who's extremely competitive. And case in point, I've actually got a couple of friends of mine. Let me just build the scenario for you. We would play, not Resistance here, I am thinking about that. We would play Catan over and over and over again. They'd be like, hey guys, let's play Catan. Every game group, hey guys, let's play Catan. Hey guys, let's play Catan. And so we would play and we would play and we would play. And the issue is that there was one guy at the table. He constantly acts like the victim. He's like, everybody's picking on me. Everybody's coming after me, you know? And so we took it easy on the guy at times. You know, we would try to be, you know, not to go after him so much or block him on the board, you know, by putting our settlements in different places that he wants to go. We wouldn't do a lot of that. But always, 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 because of our mercy, right, and our kindness towards our friend, he would come from behind and throw out the largest army, right? He'd throw out all these cards. He'd buy development cards like they were going out of style. And then he'd get that extra 2 points from the largest army card. And for whatever reason, we're not paying attention to him on the longest road card. And this guy, after all the whining and complaining, would actually come out on top. Well, at the same time, one of my friends couldn't handle that, and he said, all right, I'm going to go for this guy every game. My mission now is to destroy him, to dethrone him from his little whiny throne of shame, and he is never going to win another game as long as I'm in it. And guess what? He has almost made that come true pretty much every game after, to the point that now the guy that was always complaining about that has now vowed to never play another game of Catan with this other guy in the group. And how's that going to work out when they pretty much come to most of the game groups, right? They come to the meetups. This guy wants to play Catan, but if that other guy's there, he's like, nope, not going to do it. He has literally made a vow to not do this. And it has put me and other friends of ours in between them to try to reconcile these guys, but they just will not play Catan with each other ever again. That's how bad it's gotten. Catan can ruin friendships, okay? There's a lot of games that can do it, but I've never seen a game do it like Catan can do it. And I play family business, all right? And that nearly ended mine and my wife's relationship, but and we made up after 2 days. That's a different story, but I've never seen the hate and vitriol that comes out of playing Catan. That's another reason I absolutely hate it. And another reason that I absolutely love this game at times, Catan is a fun game overall. Yes, I've got my problems with it. Yes, I believe there's some better games out there that can do some of what it does a little better. But the fact is that it is what got me started back into hobby gaming. I mean, not just that, I mean, family business and Bonanza and some others, but very specifically Catan Cities and Nights. I was living in New Zealand. The first time I ever played this game, I was actually in America, but a few years later when I was actually living in New Zealand is when I actually, it latched onto me. Because the first time I played, you know, vanilla Catan, and it really wasn't anything that caught me. But when my friend in New Zealand showed me Cities and Nights, the expansion of that, it caught me because it had a lot of strategy, which I tend to love. You know, for me, Catan, it needs a little something extra. It needs a little more oomph, a little more bling for me to enjoy it more, right? And so that is another thing. Again, even though I'm adding more to it, Catan is fun. Even if I have just a little tiny bitty baby expansion called the Fisherman of Catan, that's enough for me to enjoy it, and I have fun with my friends. I love the trading. I love the negotiation. Catan's a fun game. Hey, thank you so much for listening to me rant on, and you know, this is a little bit of a different video than you're used to, but hey, wanted to tell you what I thought about one of the most iconic games of all time. We can't say that it has not reached so many people and really given the industry a boost back in the mid-90s when it launched, when the industry was in a bit of a slump. So Catan is an iconic game. It's fun. If you've never played it before, I really think you should. But again, just be prepared for those hateful dice and the table flippery moments with your friends. Thanks so much for watching the Dice Odyssey. I'm Kaz, and sometimes I bet you thought I was, Gollum. I might have been Smeagol at one moment and Gollum at another. But I'm Kaz. Thank you again. You have a blessed day, and game away.